Can I make everyone happy? Why people like pleasers, they don't get love and respect they desire? Why it happens to good people? Niceness is a psychological armor of the people pleaser. I used to think that being kind, gentle, and agreeable was guaranteed to win love and acceptance from others. I would tiptoe around destructive people and their behavior no matter how uncomfortable I feel about it, believing to my core that if I could be nice to enough to them, they would be a one day lead me a better life. I lived my life constantly avoiding anything that might make me look like a bad or imperfect, antagonistic, or unlikable people. Because, as every people pleases knows, being disliked or disapproved of feeling worse than ignoring to your feeling, at least at first. Some people were very pleased, easy to please. A kind of gesture or smile was all it would take. Getting their approval was effortlessly made me happier than a kid at Disney World. But with other people, it seems the more I try to please them, the more likely they are way to treat me like a old dish rag. And the more it happened, the less I liked myself. Eventually, my efforts to please others left me feeling disrespected, violated, and disconnected from life, from other people, and from myself. For many years, I silently endured the ongoing relentless invalidation of who I was based on how others treated me. When someone close to me was feeling unsatisfied, negative, or in search of someone to blame, there I was, ready to take all of the blaming. But no matter how unhappy I was, I still wanted to make them feel better. I wanted to see them happy, even at my expense. At the core of these all one-sided relationships I maintained with some of the perpetually dissatisfied people in my life was an enduring belief that if only I could solve their problems and make them happy, I would finally receive all the love and acceptance I desired in my life. I never stopped to think, but what about me? What will become of me if I keep trying to satisfy people with an unquenchable thirst? I couldn't see that no matter what I did, it would never be enough. In fact, it wasn't about me at all. I didn't realize that no matter how good I was at solving problems, how perfectly I can handle things, if someone wants to find fault into me, they will. Instead of seeing other people's dissatisfaction as an issue for them to resolve on their own, I internalized it and interpreted it to mean I wasn't good enough. But one day I finally started asking myself some important questions. What will become of me, my self worth, if I keep basing it on unhappy people's perception? Who will love me and who will respect me if I'm not even respecting myself? Who even if I'm not taking a stand for myself? My conception of who I needed to be in order to gain love and acceptance was slapping me in my face over and over like a flat tire during the uneven pavement. But still, I wondered why my formula wasn't working. I truly believed that living selflessly was a surefire way to get love, appreciation, respect, and a lot of hugs in return. It took me a while to realize that living this way was actually having the opposite effect. My constant, selfless giving a kindness didn't automatically earn as a passage internal acceptance subway. It actually seemed to be an invitation for people to take advantage of my generosity, allowing them to feel less anxious about their own lives. I set myself up to the other people's emotional dumpster, personal life fixture, convenient source of blame for their own misfortunes or mistakes. What I come to learn the hard way is that pleasing others isn't the way to win their own love and respect. I finally realized that if I kept taking on other people's anxiety as my own, they would never change. Why would they, after all? They got a lot of relief from stepping in, resolving things. But what about cost? On what cost? All that pleasing had left me feeling inadequate and stressed about. I was the recipients of the pleasing play out of some problems, some drama over and over. One night, I had a dream that I was standing in a field with nothing but clothes on my back. I felt weak and tired, like I needed someone to lift me up and ask me how I was doing. Slowly, my family and friends started to join me in the field, but they weren't there to rescue me. They were there to bring me their own troubles. One by one, they started pulling me into different directions. They wanted me to solve their problems in their lives, even though I was alone, tired, defeated, and left with nothing. The dream was showing me the truth that how I was living. When my life health started to collapse around me like a burning building, I had to take a hard look at my perspective and decisions. I started to question my belief about what it meant to be a truly good person, what it took to receive love and respect I so desired. That dream helped me understanding that people-pleasing behaviors weren't getting me what I desired. They were getting me to experiences I spent my life trying to avoid. Back then, I would have been easier for me to blame others for their ungratefulness and neediness. But deep down, I knew that blaming would be another way to avoid taking a look at myself. I was sick of exhausting myself trying to help and change other people, only to find that it didn't work. I knew I had to change myself, as cheesy as it sounds, give myself the love and respect I so desired. Because the truth is, no one can give you what you are thinking of, what you are giving yourself from within, especially not those people who need you pleasing so you can easily offer. After my reflection, I come to see that my pleasing behavior were way for me to get in validation for others. I wasn't giving myself. Of course, my efforts backfired because I alone was responsible for my happiness. Other people's happiness wasn't my responsibility. Just because I was overly nice to someone doesn't mean that they have to treat me on the same way. I was trying to please other people so I could feel worthy of love. In reality, my kindness wasn't coming from a place of vulnerability, honesty, acceptance. It was rooted into an anxiety and fear. In my attempts to make everyone else happy, I lost control of my own identity and they lost their ability to solve their own problems. By changing myself to become who everyone wants to be, I made myself less desirable and implicitly invited people to take me for granted. Do you find yourself people pleaser and wonder how you can get the love and respect you desire? Well, the answer is pretty simple. But the actions it takes aren't quite as simple. The first steps involve in changing perceptions. Once they are done, changing your behavior will naturally help you. Welcome to my channel and thanks for watching it. If you like to know more about the people pleaser, start watching further. Yeah, coming back to the people pleaser point, those are some of the things you need to understand. You aren't treating yourself with love and respect when you regularly do things for others they are avoiding doing for themselves. You aren't treating yourself with love and respect when people violated your boundaries and they don't speak up about it. You aren't treating yourself with love and respect when you say yes to something that really wants to say as a no. You aren't treating yourself with love and respect when you internalize others' dissatisfaction, take it to your own problem. You aren't treating yourself with love and respect when you hurt yourself in order to make others happy. Over time, I come to understand that my efforts to make other people happy were like a deposit make me piggy bank on a giant hole at the bottom. If you are stuck in a people's pleasing cycle, chances you are subconsciously attaching the people who you need to be soothe their discomfort because they can't do their things themselves. Since you don't know how to manage their own emotions, they'll continue to reach out and whenever they are in crisis and in occasion when your pleasing behavior aren't sufficient for them, they'll blame you for their own discomfort. If you want to make changes in your life, it is time for you to see this pattern clearly and stop basing on the sense of worthiness on other people's approval. Change your perceptions, beliefs, behaviors. Make contribution to the bank you pay interest. Receive the love and respect you desire by celebrating your own freedom from the longing to be accepted by others. Try to love yourself and to take care of yourself too. So my final conclusion is you also have to love yourself. It's nowhere in the world that you can be a good person to everyone. So follow your principle, love yourself, respect yourself, make yourself worth of living, acknowledge your own existence. Then that will make yourself your value or identity. So thanks for listening to the video, and I wish things will get better in future to everyone who is listening, and take care. Love you. Bye.